You didn't wake up one day and magically become focused. You earned it. Through repetition. Through discomfort. Through showing up when quitting felt easier. There was a time when your goals felt distant. When your body felt heavy. When your mind tried to convince you to slow down. But you didn't listen. You moved anyway. That's where it started. Not with motivation. With decision. You decided that your future mattered more than your comfort. So you began. At first, it was messy. Your routine wasn't perfect. Your energy wasn't consistent. Your confidence wasn't strong. But you showed up. Again. And again. And again. Each day taught you something. Each workout revealed something. Each moment of resistance trained you. You learned how to stay present when your muscles burned. You learned how to breathe when fatigue arrived. You learned how to finish reps when your mind whispered excuses. That discipline followed you everywhere. You stopped reacting emotionally to stress. You paused. You focused. You continued. You stopped letting moods decide your actions. You built structure. Structure gave you stability. Stability gave you clarity. Clarity gave you confidence. Now you don't chase motivation. You rely on habits. Habits don't care how you feel. They move you forward anyway. You learn that progress doesn't respond to intensity once. It responds to consistency over time. So you became consistent. Simple workouts. Balanced meals. Proper sleep. Daily movement. Those simple actions stacked. Weeks passed. Months passed. Quietly you changed. Not just physically. Mentally. Emotionally. You became calmer. More patient. More resilient. You stopped panicking when progress felt slow. You trusted the process. You learned that strength isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It shows up every day and does the work. You stopped comparing journeys. You stayed in your lane. Comparison steals focus. Focus builds results. So you protected your focus. You reduced distractions. You respected recovery. You planned ahead. You treated your body like something valuable. You didn't punish yourself. You disciplined yourself. Punishment comes from frustration. Discipline comes from respect. You respected your future. You respected your goals. You respected the effort required to grow. There were setbacks, missed sessions, low energy days, bad workouts. You didn't spiral. You reset. You returned. That return mattered more than perfection. Most people quit after mistakes. You used mistakes as lessons. You adjusted. You continued. That's maturity. You stopped chasing shortcuts. You stopped believing in overnight success. You accepted that real change takes time. That acceptance gave you peace. You weren't rushing anymore. You were committed. Committed people don't disappear when progress slows. They stay. You learned how to listen to your body. When to push. When to recover. You understood that rest isn't weakness. It's strategy. You became smarter. More aware. More intentional. Now you move with purpose. You train with focus. You live with discipline. Because you know what it costs to build strength, and you're willing to pay that price. Even on boring days. Even on hard days. Even when nobody notices. You don't need attention. You need progress. You don't need hype. You need habits. You don't wait for motivation. You create momentum. Momentum carries you when emotions fluctuate. You became steady. Steady people don't quit. You stopped fearing slow days. You understood them. You stopped fearing failure. You learned from it. You stopped fearing effort. You welcomed it. Because effort reminds you that you're alive. That you're building something meaningful. You learned how to sit with discomfort without panic. How to breathe when pressure rises. How to stay calm when fatigue arrives. That calm became your advantage. Now stress doesn't shake you like before. Because you've trained inside discomfort. You don't collapse under pressure. You adapt. Just real people building real strength, one disciplined day at a time. Because discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you practice. It starts with one small decision. One moment where you choose effort over comfort. One choice where you stop waiting and start moving. That's where everything changes. Most people think discipline is loud. They imagine dramatic transformations, big announcements, sudden motivation. But discipline is quiet. It lives in early mornings, late nights, ordinary workouts, simple meals, repeated habits. You learn that. You learn that showing up doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels heavy. Sometimes it feels boring. Sometimes it feels lonely. You showed up anyway. You stopped expecting perfect sessions. You focused on honest effort. You didn't need extreme energy. You needed consistency. Some days you felt strong. Some days you felt slow. You trained on both. That's real strength. You didn't chase shortcuts. You trusted the process. You respected time. Time rewarded you. Not instantly. Gradually. Your body adapted. Your mindset shifted. Your confidence deepened. You became calmer under pressure. More patient with progress. More focused on what truly matters. You learned how to breathe through fatigue. How to stay composed when muscles burned. How to finish reps when quitting whispered. Those moments trained your mind. Outside the gym, discipline followed you. You woke earlier. You planned meals. You reduced distractions. You protected rest. You became intentional. You stopped wasting energy on things that didn't move you forward. You invested in habits. Habits became identity. Now you don't wait for motivation. You move because it's who you are. You don't negotiate with weakness. You act. You don't let one bad day destroy your rhythm. You reset. You return. That return is powerful. Most people quit after setbacks. You use setbacks as feedback. You adjusted. You continued. That's growth. You learn that fatigue is temporary. Excuses are optional. Consistency compounds. You became someone who finishes workouts. Someone who keeps promises. Someone who shows up even when nobody notices. That reliability built self-respect. Self-respect changed everything. You stopped chasing validation. You trusted your routine. You stopped comparing journeys. You stayed in your lane. Comparison drains energy. Focus builds results. So you protected your focus. You didn't rush success. You respected the timeline. You understood that everything stacks. One session becomes 10. 10 becomes months. Months reshape lives. You didn't become disciplined overnight. You practiced it. You failed sometimes. You returned every time. That's resilience. You learned that strength isn't loud. It doesn't brag. It doesn't complain. It shows up quietly every day. You don't collapse under stress. You adapt. You don't disappear when things get hard. You stay. You don't quit mid-journey. You move forward. You trained your reactions. You trained your patience. You trained your breathing. Now pressure doesn't shake you the way it used to. Because you've trained inside discomfort. You stopped fearing slow progress. You understood it. You stopped chasing hype. You built habits. You didn't become powerful because life became easy. You became powerful because you stayed when it was hard. You built yourself when nobody was watching. You chose discipline when excuses felt tempting. You chose growth when comfort called. And you'll keep choosing it. Again. And again. And again. Because this isn't just training anymore. It's who you are.